Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. It is early Thursday morning, May 17th. Technically, I consider it Wednesday night, but basically, I am still waiting for Whamshell. That's kind of left me at a point. With Warnado, I lacked the last three challenges in Whamshells. I'm hoping he'll ship pretty soon, but in the meantime, what I will do is I will finally get around to upgrades. As most of you know, the majority of the characters were upgraded as I played, and then of course as I went through the game and new Skylanders came out, it kind of got to be an issue where you have to pick and choose. If you're using that many Skylanders, it's hard to focus in on any one of them. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and get started. I think the last one I will upgrade by element will be water, just because I don't have Whamshell yet. But good news is I can do pretty much everything else. Air will probably be the 7th round, just because I'm kind of holding out to do Warnado on those last 4 heroic challenges with no upgrades, sadly, which is killing me. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. This will basically be the first round of the mass upgrades. Like I said, I'll record these by element. That was the best way I knew to kind of keep things straight for people. And we will get started with the magic, and of course, the game's namesake, Spyro. So you can see Spyro's got his king hat on, and I'll go ahead, I'll come in here. He's got 8 heroics done. Basically everyone that I'm going to upgrade has done the difficult challenges, which on the Wii is going to be Drobot and Double Trouble, at least in my opinion. The worst of them is Double Troubles, just because it's so hard to do when you have upgrades of any sort with many characters. But we'll come over here. As you can see, Spyro's pretty well done. We're missing a, couple of upgrades here, and then his soul gem. So, and the oil can, I was going around collecting money, the puzzle, the card game, the towers, everything, and I walked into the oil can. I just still got the stupid thing, so just try to ignore it. But we'll go ahead and I'll try to make this quick and then just preview each one. Fire shield. A fire shield appears when using the flame ball attacks. For whatever reason, I think I bought the 3rd or 2nd one. I didn't really get them in order, but whatever. We'll go ahead and do fire shield. I'm just gonna skip all the cutscenes, by the way. So it's kind of a disappointment. I guess it would help a little bit, but I mean, you can see it kind of orbiting Spyro temporarily. Would be nice if it made multiple circles around this or something. But we'll also pick up the Daybringer Flame. Hold A to charge up Flame Ball attack for maximum damage. Generally, I'm not a big fan of anything you have to charge up, because it seems like when you really need it, you never get to use it. And so basically, if you were going to use up, a charge attack, it's almost a situation where you have to have, an environment that doesn't call for that. It's just kind of showing off or something. But anyway, we'll see what it does. Bear in mind, when I'm getting all these, I've got the maximum discount because I have all the winged sapphires or butterfly, whatever you want to call them. That was just standard, and now I will hold it down. You can kind of see it building up. Okay, that was pretty sweet. Let's take Quigley out. Okay, so, not too bad. We'll come in now and get his soul gem. And I've tried to set this up where I have enough money to get these, but, I may be off. We'll just go and see what happens, Okay, so this is the soul gem, the final upgrade for Spyro. This would be down the sheep burner path. Generally, it seems like that's what people prefer. Most of the Skylanders, I either have no upgrades or I stopped at, the pick-a-path. Except for some of the old guard, they'll go ahead and I probably picked one. But what I plan to do with Legendary Spyro is probably go, Blitz Spyro, and then for Dark Spyro, I'll pick the one I like the best because I like Dark Spyro better than Legendary. So, anyway, in flight, press B to dive bomb. Requires soul gem and crawling catacombs. We'll go ahead and pick it up. skipped cutscene. Of course, Z button on the Wii will fly. We'll kind of head over here, and okay, so not quite sure how much damage that'll inflict, but you know, looks pretty sweet. So that's Spyro maxed out. As you can see, I went down primary path. That's going to be, when you get to this point, these final 3 upgrades are going to have primary or secondary, and again, it would be Sheep Burner Spyro that I've selected. But got him taken care of. We will come in now, and let's go ahead. I think I'll do Wrecking Ball. I actually don't think I have any upgrades on Voodood or Double Trouble, amazingly, but Wrecking Ball's pretty quick. He kind of grows on you. You know, he's just sort of like a Kirby type character. Okay, I left him off, as you can see, like I had kind of precluded at the pick a path screen. You know, I didn't want to rush into anything. From what I understand, both paths are pretty good. A lot of people prefer Ultimate Spinner, particularly like player versus player. Since that's not an option for a single player, I'm not quite sure what genius came up with that idea. But you know, it's usually me here alone at 2 in the morning doing this stuff, so I don't really have the option of doing battle mode very often. I think I'm gonna go with, tongue attack. Just, it seems something cool. Although, I really do. It took me forever to get Wrecking Ball to level 10. He kept dying in Quicksilver Vault, where, level 1 no upgrade Camo and Warnado just breezed through it. His burp attack is pretty freaking awesome. I think his soul gem will be the highlight for me. It's when he gets to eat enemies. But we'll go ahead and I'll just do Total Tongue here. Don't really think that should constitute an upgrade. What exactly do they think that did? I mean, we picked a path and we got. That really shouldn't be a cutscene. That should just show the upgrades that you just unlocked. Well, there seems only. I guess it gave us the first one or something. Maybe, I don't really know. But there's only 2 of them here. Maybe the 3rd one will appear. Lightning Tongue. Your tongue attack quicker. Your tongue can attack quicker than ever. Okay. We'll skip that. Okay, that is pretty quick. As you can see, he's got pretty good range with it. It's kind of got like a mace end on it. Okay, yeah, so the 3rd one appears later. That's what the issue is. It's been a long time since I've upgraded. This I thought was really cool. Tongue Grabber. Tongue does extra damage. You can pick up food and power-ups. So say you're sitting there, and a spell punk is, just beefed up, an arachnid or something. You can basically, turn around and shoot and pick up, a pie or something, and pick up some health. So I can see that coming in handy. There's really not going to be a way for me to demo that, I don't think. But well, let me come over here. We'll knock that rock up. Okay, so we'll see if we can pick up that gem. Okay, so plus 10. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Like I said though, his burp attack, you just get to hold down Z. It does a ton of damage. I think it's like 40-ish, if I remember right. Which we already had that. But Tongue Super Max, your tongue grows even longer. Skip. I'm not going to have enough for his soul gem, am I? That's fantastic. Okay, so it does have pretty good range. If you can see, it looks like they modified the end of it as well. So that really stinks. I don't have enough for his soul gem. I may edit into this after I've done the final 2. But anyway, Voodood, who I believe is box stock. He's done 8 heroics, but yeah, just basic A and B attacks. I've not bought any upgrades for him, and I've had him for quite a while too. So we'll go ahead and upgrade. Okay, we're just gonna have to go through these. Magical tripwire bomb. Press Z to summon a magic tripwire that collapses on your enemies. Okay, let's try to get a feel for that. Okay, so that's similar to what you see later in the game, you know, like with the little gunners like in Archean Armory and stuff, and then spell punks, the magic spell punks kind of have the reanimated orbs. I guess that's how it closes. Weighted axe. Axe attack does increased damage. We'll see if it changes the look of it. Kind of glows a little different, I think. Okay. I think I should have enough for him to do the soul gem. Summon up to 2 magic tripwires. I'm going to go ahead and take that one. So now we can basically 1 and 2, you know, if you're trying to set up a defense or something. Okay, extended blade, zipline attack, axe attack has increased range. This will be the last of his base. Doesn't look like it's that much farther, but you know, I'll take their word for it. Okay, so now we have to pick a path. Elementalist, which we develop our magical abilities, which I believe that would be, you know, your tripwires. And then Marauder, further develop your skills with the axe. Again, it kind of bothers me when they put like the secondary over the primary. I mean, if you press A for the axe attack, I feel like it should be at the top, you know, or at least it should be consistent in the game. Just a little minor gripe. I think I'll just go with Marauder. And again, you know, what that does is beyond me, because we just bought Extended Blade. So they really should just let that go into your, you know, menus here. Okay, so this is going to be something kind of like Chop Chop, where you have combos. Shaman style, we're going to have press AA and hold B for axe spin, and press AA and hold Z for magic axe, which is interesting since we didn't pick the magic path, but I'm not going to complain about it. So we'll go ahead and do that one. I just have to remember AAB. Okay. That's pretty cool. Looks like it shoots an axe head off, and now we'll do AAZ. Alright, so that made what? Looks like 2 revolutions around. This is pretty good range. I'm actually impressed by that. So, Legendary Blade, axe attack does even more increased damage. Kind of seems like they would have that be the, ooh, I do like the look of the axe now. Although it sounds like a bug zapper. Hopefully that'll upgrade again, you know. Okay, I'm not going to have enough for the soul gem, am I? Well, that's great. So apparently if you're going from, even with the, you know, full 10 wing sapphires, 20% discount, you're going to need like well above 10 grand to get everything. The zipline act, okay, that's probably going to be the one to do before the soul gem. Travels much faster and does increased damage. Let's go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to only need like 1200 to get the soul gem. There's really nothing to grab onto here to showcase this. We'll use Quigley. Okay, well, that'll be easier to demo, like, actually in-game. But, anyway, that was Marauder. We got everything there except the soul gem. It could be the same issue with Double Trouble. I may not be able to get the soul gem, which I think is walking on water. But he's got 10,235, and he has 0 upgrades, I know for a fact. I think he's going to be an absolute beast. In all honesty, I've used Double Trouble in every level in this freaking game, and just no upgrades. He has done everything from Archean Armory, Quicksilver Vault, Dragon's Peak, you know, Pirate Seas, and I've never had any issues with him. As you can see, like I said, he's got nothing, just box stock as delivered. We'll go ahead and upgrade him. Okay, we'll Arcane Eldritch Beam. Eldritch Beam attack does increase damage, which I've basically just used his primary attack to breeze through everything. Nice thing I like about it, it kind of hones in and you can just hold it down for a long time. Conjure Unstable Double. Exploding doubles do increased damage. These are kind of hard to use. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm going to go with his primary upgrade path. But, you know, that may, along the way, may change my mind. You still only have one. I won't really demo them until we're, I guess, doing gameplay. Summon Magic Bomb. This will be interesting. Kind of his tertiary attack. Alright. Oh wow. I don't know what kind of damage that'll do, but it looks pretty freaking sweet. Do notice it is, you know, staff or cane changed. Kind of liked it the way it was. Advanced construct techniques have up to 3 exploding doubles active at any given time. This is usually a nice feature. You don't get to use it a whole lot, but you know, I know a sonic boom, you know, is kind of cool. So basically, you got the little trio running around behind you. They'll take care of anything comes up from behind, etc. Now you have to pick a path. You've got Channeler, which is primary, which is A. So unlike Voodood, they've got them in the correct order. And then Conjurer. Further develop your skills with exploding doubles. Personally, just in-game, I've been so impressed with his box stock channeling ability. I'm going to go this route. However, I feel like you could go Conjurer with him too, because his, you know, Eldritch Beam is so powerful as is. But we'll go ahead and do Channeler. I just kind of go with my instinct. Again, that cutscene is totally pointless. And we'll come in. Extended Eldritch Beam. Eldritch Beam has longer range and does extra damage. So this will be pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a good idea. Okay, that is a bit farther. That was the one thing about his attack. You know, with the projectile guys, he can go out farther. His range was fairly limited, but he was still super effective. Now he's just that much better. Alright, Magical Cataclysm. Magic bombs do increased damage. This will be pretty sweet. We'll head over here. I imagine it's like a wider area. Yeah, looks like that shoots off 4 clouds. You know, basically 90 degrees, something like that. Okay. Again, I'm going to be just shy of the Soul Gem. Magic Armageddon. Hold Z to fire off repeated magic bombs. That is a very nice surprise. So you've got his extended beam here. You can kind of see the magic. It looks like confetti, but that's pretty dadgum cool in my opinion. That's basically it. You know, Spyro's totally maxed out as far as attacks go. Wrecking Ball, Voodood, and Double Trouble, I'm going to have to get a little more cash to get their soul gems. But I think what I will do is end this here, and I will probably just go in, you know, run through Quicksilver Vault or something, pick up some cash, and come right back and then just edit that in. I'm at like the 19-minute mark now, so I think that's probably the best way to do it, and that way I'll kind of have complete videos, and then I'll sort of know how much money I'm going to need for the rest of them. This is kind of the rough-in, if you will. But anyway, I will quit rambling. I will, like I said, stop recording and then pick it right back up, and you know, have the soul gems to showcase to you. So as always, thanks for watching, and like I said, we will be right back for some soul gems. Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. Basically, like I said, this is a rough-in with the magic element in our mass upgrade compilation we're gonna have going on here. Just came up a little short on the soul gems for Wrecking Ball, Voodood, and Double Trouble, so basically I went in, collected just enough cash to get them done, and now we're gonna wrap things up here. So like I said, to me the highlight of Wrecking Ball is gonna be Enemy Slurp, because that's when he's truly like Kirby. And I'm not quite sure what they mean by smaller enemies. I would assume chompies. That hand in his mouth looks like a rotting Robbie, which I would not consider a small enemy. But soul gems located in Quicksilver Vault. We'll go ahead and pick this up. Alright, I don't think I can really preview this here. Let me see if I can't find Quigley. There he is. Okay, so sadly I can't eat him, but the tongue is that gives us a really good look at the range. It almost goes to Arbo, but you can see he's pretty dadgum quick when you take the time to max him out. But we'll head back over here. You can see he's only got 6 heroics done because one of his is a speed challenge, but went the primary path here, you know, total tongue over ultimate spinner, which I think is also a good path. But Wrecking Ball is one of those guys, you know, box stock, a lot of people don't like him, but once you fully upgrade him, you know, he tends to be somebody that kind of grows on you. He's sort of unique in the game, but you know, there you have it. We've got him wrapped up there. Go ahead and back out, and we will pick up with Voodood now, who I think is, there's a good look at his axe. Very underrated in my opinion, but come in. Like I said, all we lack is his soul gem, the impervious tripwire. I've actually read online, it seems like a lot of people are underwhelmed by this one, but his soul gem, of course, was in our key and armory, and the tripwires deflect shots. So we'll go ahead and pick that up, skip the cutscene, and basically all I can tell you is, you know, whenever we do that, you can kind of see they glow a little differently, so I assume, you know, we'd be able to bounce stuff off of that if we had enemies that hurl stuff, or, you know, I guess player versus player, if we were facing, you know, someone with projectile attacks, we could stand here, and if they didn't want to step through our tripwire, I guess it would deflect stuff. So that wraps up Voodood. You can see he's got 8 heroics. Again, went with they show it as secondary. I don't understand why, because it's his axe that we upgraded, which would be primary, but whatever. I guess the difference there, you know, the first set of gems here is going to light up kind of a darker blue than the soul gem, and I guess when they deem it secondary, it's kind of this purple color. But anyway, you know, he's pretty well taken care of there. He's actually a very good character. Like I said, I kind of think he's underrated. We'll come in now, Double Trouble, who in all honesty, I think could easily be the best magic character. You know, I'll play with him fully upgraded to confirm that, but I mean, like I said, everything you've seen me do with Double Trouble prior to tonight, he was doing with the 0 upgrades, and that is pretty impressive. If his health maxed out a little higher, like 580, 600-ish, he would be very good. Water Walker can fly over water, requires Soul Gem and Lair of Chaos. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. I'll skip that to save time. Actually, we'll go ahead and preview that for you. Like I said, this was kind of the rough end, you know, given the fact that I don't know why those torches were already lit up. But we'll come out, I guess this way would be the quickest access to the beach. And, well, that's a horrible idea I guess I had. Okay. I don't know why, it seems like I've gone that way before. I guess we'll just leisurely stroll this way. Yeah, pretty cool. We've got, you know, a guy that can't fly, and here he is out on the water. I'll kind of demo some stuff. Apparently the Tiki Doubles can come too, so we've got all 3 of them out here on the water, which you could do the same thing in a level if you were so inclined. And then the Magic Bomb, that's pretty dadgum good range in my opinion. But this is pretty cool. A Soul Gem giving him the ability to walk on water. It's something that you wouldn't expect from Double Trouble. You know, you would have thought it would have been something kind of Tiki related or land based. So Very pleasant surprise there. But this wraps up the upgrades of the Magic Element Skylanders. We took all 4 of them, which I realize, there's Dark, Spyro, and Legendary. I'll deal with that stuff later. But this little series here will just focus on the base 32. And like I said, I'll just kind of go through in a certain order. But what I plan to do now, obviously the first part of this session, it'll just kind of focus on the actual upgrades themselves, which upgrade path I picked, my logic for it, and then essentially part 2 of the upgrades, of course, is actually showing them off in gameplay. A few of them you can kind of get the gist of here, like Water Walker. Sold him for double trouble, but the rest of them, to really appreciate them, like Wrecking Ball eating enemies and what Voodood's tripwires do. How much damage we get from Spyro's ground pound. That's stuff that you need to actually do in a level. I'm not sure if I'm going to record it per Skylander or just kind of pick a level out at random and throw all 4 of them into the mix at some point. But I will do the gameplay for you, so you'll basically see me upload the mass upgrades with Persephone per element, and then the next video should be gameplay of that same element. Then I'll come in after we've done gameplay with Magic. I'll go ahead and I'll do upgrades with Tech. Then I'll go and do gameplay with the fully upgraded Tech Skylanders, etc. So that'll kind of show you what I've got planned for this. Like I said, I think it'll work out pretty well. Then the thing I'll do is I'll blog it all. That to me sometimes is easier to skim than actually filter through a video for what you're looking for. All the upgrade paths are going to be subjective. Some people may say, how dare you pick anything but Ultimate Spinner. Then you'll have another person, right after that says Total Tongue's better. In all honesty, most of these are going to be what you prefer. There's a few that I think are pretty well clear cut. Anyone of a rational mind would have to agree on. But, that said, even ones that I think would be, 99% everyone's going to pick this path. There's still going to be people that go the other way and, feel strongly about that. So, nothing's set in stone, but this will be kind of what I do, how it looks. Then you can either follow suit, or if you think, man, Total Tongue looked cool, but I kind of want to do Ultimate Spinner, you can go down that path. Then you can kind of base, what you picked versus what I picked, and know, hey, I'm going to keep it this way, or I think I'll go reset and do that one. It looked a little better in the end. But in all honesty, I may wind up doing the same thing. If I go play with Total Tongue and I think I kind of want to see what Ultimate Spinner's like, later on down the road I'll do that. But for the time being, I think this will work well. Questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. And as always, thanks for watching.